Good day everyone. Our learning objectives for this video is first, identify basic ethical considerations in educational research and discuss ethical considerations and issues in research mathematics teaching and learning mathematics. First, let us define ethical consideration. Ethical considerations in research are a set of principles that guide your research design and practices. Scientists and researchers must always adhere to a certain code of conduct when collecting data from people. The goal of human research often include understanding real-life phenomena, studying effective treatments, investigating behaviors, and improving lives in other ways. What you decide to research and how you conduct that research involves key ethical considerations. These considerations works to protect the rights of research participants, enhance research validity, and maintain scientific or academic integrity. Why do research ethics matter? Research ethics matter for scientific integrity, human rights and dignity, and collaboration between science and society. These principles make sure that participation in studies is voluntary, informed, and safe for research subjects. You'll balance pursuing important research objectives with using ethical research methods and procedures. It's always necessary to prevent permanent or excessive harm to participants, whether inadvertent or not. Defying research ethics will also lower the credibility of your research because it's hard for others to trust your data if your methods are morally questionable. Even if a research idea is valuable to society, it doesn't justify violating the human rights or dignity of your study participants. Let us proceed to the types of ethical issues. There are several ethical issues you should always pay attention to in your research design, and these issues can overlap with each other. First, voluntary participation. Voluntary participation means that all research subjects are free to choose to participate without any pressure or coercion. Example of voluntary participation is when recruiting participants for an experiment, you inform all potential participants that they are free to choose whether they want to participate and they can withdraw from the study anytime without any negative repercussion. Second, informed consent. Participants know the purpose, benefits, risk, and funding behind the study before they agree or decline to join. Example of informed consent. You recruit participants outside a train station for a quick survey. Next, you make sure to provide all potential participants with all the relevant information about first, what the study is about, second, the risks and benefits of taking part, C, how long the study will take, and D, your supervisor's contact information and the institution's approval number. Next is anonymity. You don't know the identities of the participants. Personally identifiable data is not collected. Data pseudonymization is an alternative method where you replace identifying information about participants with pseudonymous or fake identifiers. The data can still be linked to participants, but it's harder to do so because you separate personal information from the study data. Example of data pseudonymization. You're conducting a survey with college students. You asked participants to enter demographic information including their age, gender identity, nationality, and ethnicity. With all this information, it may be possible for other people to identify individual participants, so you pseudonymize the data. Each participant is given a random 3-digit number. You separate their personally identifying information from their survey data and include the participant numbers in both files. The survey data can only be linked to personal identifying data via the participant's number. Next is confidentiality. By definition, you know who the participants are, but you keep that information hidden from everyone else. You anonymize personally identifiable data so that it can be linked to other data by anyone else. Example of confidentiality. To keep your data confidential, you take steps to safeguard it and prevent any threats to data privacy. You store all signed consent forms in a locked file drawer and you password protect all files with survey data. Next is potential for harm. By definition, physical, social, psychological, and all other types of harm are kept to an absolute minimum. Example for potential harm. In a study on stress, you survey college students on their alcohol consumption habits. Some of these questions may bring up negative emotions, so you inform participants about the sensitive nature of the survey and assure them that their responses will be confidential. You also provide participants with information about student counseling services and information about managing alcohol use after the survey is complete. The last ethical issues in research is result of communication. By definition, you ensure work is free of plagiarism or research misconduct, and you accurately represent your results. So what is plagiarism? Plagiarism means submitting others' works as your own. Although it can be unintentional, copying someone else's work without proper credits amounts to stealing. It's an ethical problem in research communication because you may benefit by harming others researchers. Next is, what is research misconduct? Research misconduct means making up or falsifying data, manipulating data analysis, or misrepresenting results in research reports. It's a form of academic fraud. I hope that this video will help you to understand the different types of ethical issues. That's all. Thank you.